How's it going, guys? Welcome.
Maybe no date without the slap.
How?
The first thing,
No, let's do
the
it.
first time people hear is,
Yeah, no, keep that in. How's it going, guys? G'day. No, I'm not. G'day. No, good afternoon. Is it? He's asked me to do the intro. I don't like doing intros, right? Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Gary
no,
and Dan podcast. What?
his name is right there on the screen.
I know.
What's
Also,
the name?
I'm
What's
not
the
saying
name?
guys though. We get into all this. Like, I need to get a big rubber and rub that out.
Oh my god.
Welcome to the show,
What's your name?
Gary.
What's my name?
Dan.
That was just cool.
Well, the Gaz and Daz show, as you'll know, I just don't want to get called Gaz. And see, now that I've said that, people are going to start calling me Gaz.
I'm going to change my name, your name in my phone to Gaz now.
See, whenever I think of the name Gaz, I think of that idiot that used to be on, what was it? It was one of these reality shows.
Oh,
that was dead popular,
like
the
Geordie
Geordie Shore. Aye.
Aye.
I think that's the only person that I've ever known called Gaz. And the episodes that I was forced to watch by my girlfriend at the time, I just never liked him. And I think I didn't like him because I knew he had a huge cock.
Right.
That was his thing. Like,
Aye.
and you never seen it. It was like, I think it was on Channel 4. And if anybody was going to show it, that would have been the channel. But
Oh.
it was always focused on the size of this guy's penile. And that's a strange reason not to like somebody.
Peni plural.
I don't know.
Like more than one.
Penises. Penises. No, I think it's just penises.
Oh, right.
Can I say that there was loads of peni in that room? Loads of penises. I think when we look at, no, I'm pretty confident it's penises.
Welcome to episode 4 of the show. This week, I put a post out. Well, you put a post out as well, but your page is getting destroyed by Facebook now. So
Yeah, it is. Thanks, Facebook.
Cheers, Facebook. We know you're watching.
Sanctioning me. I've got 13 days left. I can do this. 13 days left.
So I wanted to put a post, and I just said, these topics and questions about life, and we'll attempt to get to the bottom of them on this podcast. Some of the questions, there's some quite deep questions in there, but I don't know how to really answer a lot of them. There's some really stupid ones. Has anyone ever seen John Cena?
Who is that?
What?
Who's John Cena?
What?
Who's John Cena? Is he a politician?
Oh my god.
What? Who's John Cena?
Who's John Cena?
Aye, who's John Cena? Seriously? Is he a politician then? No?
What party do you think he's in?
John Cena, you can't really guess that by name. John is quite I guess a liberal name. Does he sound like a conservative? So maybe Labour? I don't think like conservatives would call their boy John.
So John Labour.
John
John
Cena.
Cena
Like the Labour Party of America?
Oh my!
What is Labour in America again? Because they've got different ones, haven't they? They've got the let me see if I can guess this right. It's in the UK, and on today's episode of How Fucking Stupid Is Gary, UK have got Labour and Conservative. America have got the Democrats and the Liberals.
Republicans.
So Trump was a Republican. Is that right, Paul? Yes. Total guess, but I'll take it. So if that's the case, then is that like the Conservative? Right, okay. So then John Cena is in the Republican Party.
John, I'll Google John Cena to see if you recognise what you.
Is he a porn star or something? Is that?
I don't know how you don't know who John Cena is. It's John Cena. That's John Cena.
I don't reckon. He looks like a rugby player though.
Oh my god.
Who is he? What does he do?
WWE. He's a.
Oh, that's fucking how I don't know. I never watched wrestling.
No, I don't know. But it's just John Cena. So for the people listening, he puts his horn up to his face and goes, "You can't see me." That's why somebody's asked, has anybody ever actually seen John Cena?
Oh my god, you can't see me. Oh yeah, okay. So clearly a child entertainer.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Paul,
Obviously.
Remove this man for the premises.
Mate, it's WWE or B, whatever they call it, it's wrestling. So
I can't believe.
it was one thing I was never into.
No,
I
I'm
remember
the same.
like Hulk Hogan, I know who that is. The Undertaker. What were they called again? Bushwhackers.
What?
I remember then. That's way before your time, mate.
Is that no? How do you a strimmer?
What's how you do a lot of certain things. But there was a duo called Bushwhackers, and they used to wear. Oh, it was Legion of Doom. Oh God, I'm remembering them now. Like I was like 5, I'm between 5 and 10. When I guess I would see them on TV on like a Saturday or a Sunday morning, but then obviously when I turned a teenager, So I'm guessing he was big when I was a teenager, maybe, or recently. I don't know.
Genuinely shocked.
Aye.
That you don't know who John Cena. I feel like a lot of people listening and watching would know who John Cena is.
Okay, good for them.
For the people listening, Gary just gave me a shrug there. A proper full-on shrug. Right. Right. I mean, this is.
What was the question about him?
Has anybody ever actually seen him? Because he does the "you can't see me."
I think it's too late for me to say yes. I've seen him. No, I've never seen him. In passing.
A good question. That I don't know if there's an actual answer to this, like a scientific answer or no. But what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Right.
Are you team chicken or team egg?
I think it has to be egg.
But then who laid the egg?
The egg evolved like a tadpole, like something just from bacteria, just like molecules, and then grew into like an egg, and then the chicken came from the egg. Because it can't just be nothing and then I mean it's got to, it's got to be the chicken had to come from somewhere, and that's like it's more logical though, isn't it? Like, let's be honest. You've got an egg and a chicken. The egg's much smaller. It's more. Yeah, surely. I would put my life on it. I would put my life on it that the egg came first. If it was in that situation, I had to choose one. I would 100% go egg every time.
I think I don't know what side I'm on. Because whenever I say, "Oh, it's the egg," I'm like, "Aye, but can bacteria evolve that much?" Like that?
Look at us, mate.
Aye, but we came for something else.
Bacteria.
Aye, but where's it we came for again?
Well, evolution.
Evolution.
We started.
But what did we actually
There's
start?
Nothing with a big bang. I don't know. Bacteria, molecules, energy.
Aye, but we came for. We don't come for monkeys.
Aye, well that's died. But before the monkeys, like back in the beginning, like three tadpole kind of things.
Monkey come for?
Like a smaller monkey. And then they just were like smaller and smaller, and you go back through time, and then it's just, I don't know, maybe a frog, and like the whole frog and tadpole. The whole tadpole thing. Oh, welcome to the podcast.
Right, here's a question that I've definitely not properly looked at. This is kind of hurting my brain a bit, but I'll try and read it out. Why are sheep always sheep, no matter how many more the one cow required you are to refer them as cows? So, like, there's sheep in the field, and there's cows in the field. Why are sheep sheep but no sheeps?
I don't know. I've no. You're definitely asking the wrong person.
I think all these questions are for the wrong person.
So it's no sheeps. Just all the sheep.
Do you know what? That brings me to a better question. Who came up with words?
People, mate.
No. But sorry. So say let's just take something in this room. Like so, the ceiling.
Well,
who called it the ceiling?
Well, in the beginning, it would just be like, oh. Right, and then after a while, that would just be like, ceiling. No, over time, aye.
But how? Like, who decided that we call a bin a bin?
Whoever it was back then, I guess, invented it.
So just the first person gets all the credit?
Well, aye, that's the way it works. Like, if you find a star, you get to name it after you. Like, if you invent something, then you kind of get to name it.
It's just annoying.
What about the alphabet? That's more
aye, right. So who made the alphabet?
Yeah, that's more.
Was it no the Romans?
I think it might be, mate. I think it might have been. Or the Greeks. We're so full
Every
of shit. We've
time-
no
every
idea
time we do this,
what we are talking about.
it just kind of reminds us how stupid we really are
Aye.
about like
Oh
general
no, I always
history.
know. It's just nice to see you having that feeling. I came to terms with the fact that I'm stupid a long time ago, mate.
Like it's
I
just,
revel in it.
It's mad, isn't it? How stuff
Alphabet. Alpha. Alpha. Oh, no.
Alpha
Because alpha means manly, doesn't it? Like
means what?
masculine. Is alpha not like the top male thing? I don't know. And then, it's kind of weird actually. And then the other part's bet, because beta's another, because you've got alpha. Fuck, I wonder if there's an association there. Do you know what I mean? Like alpha is like, isn't it? Like say alpha dog, the alpha like top man. Like that idea, Andrew Tate, it will probably go on to him later on. But he's like, oh, I'm the alpha and I'm the top G. So the alpha means like the more dominant male. And I think beta, if you're beta, that means you're kind of more, I don't know the right word to use here, but not leader then, like a kind of sheep.
So why would they use
So,
that?
but no, but it's weird that alphabet. I wonder if there's an association there. I don't know. No idea, obviously. But alphabet. Aye. Anyway, don't know what else to say about that. Who came up with words?
I think. I was going to say something. I don't know what I was going to say now. But it's just stuff that people have come up with. Like, see when you think about it, and this is like proper like mad conspiracy nut stuff. But like everything that's been made up, like just society in general, it's just all made up.
Mm-hmm.
Like money,
It's
no real. It's just something we made up.
Mm-hmm.
Like imagine you went back to the first moment where somebody was like, "Let's make money," and they just made something pure bananas, and it wasn't money.
Yeah.
It's just
everything's made up.
Literally everything.
But it has to be though.
But does it?
Well, if there was nothing made up, then we'd all still be walking about clubbing each other with bats and just like there'd
Really?
be no words.
Would that be any
There'd be
worse
no-
than what the world's like now?
Aye. Definitely, mate. I'm going to Thailand. Like that's, I need all that stuff to else I would do. I can't swim that far. Need planes, need transport money. Yeah. Aye.
I think Andrew Tate, and you mentioned him just there. Andrew Tate, you sent me a message a couple of days ago, and you were like, "Oh, we should talk about Andrew Tate on the podcast." And I was kind of half and half to like, being like, should we or should we no? Because every time you talk about,
You're giving him more
you shouldn't be
attention, but
talking
listen,
about
he's
is-
not going away.
No,
He is not going away. He has spawned an entire army of delusional
from
young
Scotland,
men.
who is he?
First, this is the thing. He's an attention seeker. That's who he is.
He just kind of appeared out of nowhere, didn't he?
Well, aye, but do you know what? And I still see, as much as whenever I see any of his videos, I'll either block it so I don't get any more. But I think I still watch it. I still find him fascinating.
Aye.
I really don't like the guy. I don't like what he stands for, but I find him fascinating.
No.
And I don't actually know why. I don't know why I find him fascinating. I know I don't like him. I hate what he stands for. I think it's one. I guess sometimes the kind of people say that you love to hate. And I think it's that kind of.
Yeah.
I like watching him, and I like kind of just like disagreeing with pretty much most of the stuff he says. But he's just, and obviously he's been banned now from like every single.
Basically, completely deplatformed.
Here's the thing. See, any other entrepreneur wouldn't come out and try and make a music video. That is the moment I just went, no, this guy is he's just everything about him is fake. It's all an act. And he's just desperate for like attention. Like even years ago, he was on Big Brother. Even his brother as well. His brother was on one of these shows where they get put on an island and they have to survive.
Right,
so the two of them have always had this fascination with wanting to be in the public eye. And I think he's just somebody who would do anything to be in the public eye. God, one of his videos, he's sitting smoking a cigar, and he compared himself to a world leader. He's like me and other world leaders. And I'm like, what? You're not a world leader, mate. You're basically like, what do you call that Pied Piper guy, of like young delusional men that's been warped and corrupted by your fucking pink Bugatti shit. If that even what is it they say? What colour's your
What colours
Bugatti?
your Bugatti?
Oh, God,
So
man.
I posted about him being like, because my thinking was, because somebody said that in the comments when I posted, of like, why are you giving him any more airtime? I'm like, no, the best way to get people informed and to stop talking about something that they shouldn't be talking about is to talk about it first. Because if nobody is opposing him, then people think that it's fine. They talk about it and fine today.
Yeah.
So I think it was the so there was, I think I blocked honestly about 60, 70 people that day. And it genuinely, no, I don't get like annoyed at like trolls and all that kind of stuff, but it made me think. I was like, geez, I've attracted people like that. Like my page has attracted people like that. And
I don't think that everybody that follows him and that likes him is a bad person. I don't think I think they've been manipulated by. He does, like, and this is the thing. He's got some of his views and opinions are solid, like about how you should be hardworking and it doesn't matter how you feel in the morning. And what he's essentially doing though is just regurging what every other entrepreneur says. Right? There's nothing new about what he's saying. He's just doing it in a different format. He's doing it more aggressively, and he's obviously been massively misogynistic, and that's the worst part about it all. Because all these young men, I've seen when I read the comments, there's even some women that are like, oh my God, I love you. And you're like, what is, he hates you. I think he's massively insecure. I don't know. I've not even like researched his background. I'm guessing that he comes from money. I don't think he's just, I think his family are probably rich and he's never been hugged as a Wayne. I don't know.
Never been told no, I don't think.
Yeah.
I think he's honestly, I think maybe
I think he's insecure.
I think after Big Brother, he's probably, because I think if you're on a show like that, you're hit with so much fame and publicity in a small time frame.
Yeah.
And I think after it, he's just been trying for years and years to become relevant again.
Aye.
And I bet you he's probably went down the route of trying to be legit and try to just sell his mad marketing course thing or whatever the hell it does. And then realised that the more controversial he is, the more he's going to get into people's timelines. But then I think as well that he's probably has started as a character, but it's just evolved into his life. I think he's just tried to be smart at the start, but then it's just that is him now.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't know if this is, I'm going to contradict myself here. As much as I think it's on acting, I don't think it as a character. I think it is genuinely him.
I think it's maybe started,
and
like
I think he will morph into whatever he thinks will get him attention. Because see, now that he's been cancelled, there's a couple of recordings that he's done where he's actually basically tried to like take it down a wee step.
Doesn't even
and he's
the same.
He doesn't know, and you're like, you're just
different.
doing that because you want to be. If anything, he should have been like, no, this is me, this is who I am. So clearly you're basically saying that everything you've said before is a lot of shite. But he's just, I do find him fascinating. I can't lie about that. I do find him fascinating. I love all the videos where people are taking the piss at him now. There's this one amazing guy and he looks like him for the back, and this guy I think is like a professional ballet dancer or something. He walks towards the corner and he does like, it's fucking it is so funny. But I'm enjoying watching all of them, and but I don't think he's gone anywhere because the millions of people that have followed him. That was the genius thing about it, is he didn't have his own TikTok page. He didn't have anything. He just got all these guys that basically signed up to his course. A part of the agreement was that they would put his content on.
And then the more sign-ups that they go through their code.
So it's like millions of his minions are constantly going to put videos, and you can't stop that. They're always going to be circulating. There's always going to be more. But I think he's here. And it's just a shame that he was the person that the younger generation look up to, because they should be looking up to different people like Keanu Reeves. But
what a man.
He's a legend. But again, then he's not going to be the kind of person that comes out and is constantly vocal. But Andrew Tate was like, bang, there you go. Content.
It's the biggest issue with social media is that whoever's got the loudest voice, that's the one that's going to be heard. And doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the best voice.
Yeah. Aye. Hi.
Jeez,
Andrew Tate.
This episode's taking a turn. It really has. Let's see if there's any good questions. You can just, you can fill the time, mate. Tell us a fun fact about your life.
A fun fact.
Fun fact, go for it.
I hate getting put on the spot. Fun fact about my life. I've been expelled 5 times.
5?
5 times.
I've been expelled 8.
You, what? I'm
Have
not talking
I
about
never
social
told you
media.
this? I'm not talking about social media, I'm talking
for
about school.
No,
Aye.
you've no.
I went to 7 primary schools.
Did you?
Aye.
Oh my God, man. Oh, primary schools.
Aye.
So you were expelled for 7 different schools? I'm actually raging that you beat me by 2. I thought that was me kind of declaring I'm expelled. Like, really? Oh, talk to me. Tell me about that.
In primary... well, actually, Paul, what time are we on there, Paul? Just out of curiosity. Oh, aye, right, we'll get the whole story. Here we go then. Right. So I was a proper mental problem child. So in primary 1, I got expelled in primary 1 because I didn't agree with what one of the teachers was telling me. Something, tell me to do something. So I think
Primary 1, so you're like 5, 6 years old.
Aye.
Right.
So I can still, no vividly remember, but I can still kind of remember like being in like the queue outside, because they used to make you queue up outside.
Yeah.
Before you went into the class. So I was queued up and there was this wee dafty behind me. It was like pushing and all that kind of nonsense. So at anything, the slightest wee trigger could just annoy me. And that'd be I'd just go into like overload and just blow up. So the teacher would come up to me and was like, you need to like calm down and chill. So I just swung my bag at her and chipped her tooth. Like in primary 1. And then a couple of weeks later, still in primary, that didn't get me expelled. That was just a one-off thing. It was like the first thing. I had a tantrum in just the middle of the classroom, and I just flung chairs about, but like at the teachers, and gave them like a bruise on like on their forehead. And just to clarify, I'm not saying this in like a proud way. I'm not like, I got
be
got
proud,
right in the
mate.
forehead.
Oh no, fuck the establishment, mate. Be proud.
And then it just progressed and progressed, because for, as you probably know, for Wayne's children, the way I should probably say, just in case somebody doesn't know what a Wayne is, but for children in mainstream schools, there's no support if they're not just a normal like. No, normal's not the best word. Just if they've got issues like with learning.
They're just labelled as a problem child. That's it.
That's it. That's it. Like, as soon as you don't come in and you're just like quiet, chill, and you know how to read books and you know how to learn stuff really easily, and you see, school is the biggest like scam out there. Honestly, like I've got such an issue with secondary school mainly because you only do well in secondary school if you've got a good memory. That's it. Yeah. It's not about being smart. It's not about learning stuff. Like it is in some subjects, but for stuff like maths and English, mainly English, like as long as you can remember how to do something, and like you've got that like kind of like photographic memory on how to like do sums and stuff like that. That's it. That's how people do better. The better memory you've got, the better you'll do at school.
It's very insightful, mate. I agree.
So in primary 7, that's when it kind of, kind of tail end of primary 6, getting into primary 7. But it kind of started in primary 5. I was in primary school, obviously, and basically there was one day where something just really annoyed me. I can't remember what it was, but it was something really tiny and minuscule and stupid. And we went into the classroom. So like in primary school, you've just got like a set classroom. So I was comfortable in that room. More comfortable than what I was in other rooms. So I was comfortable. I just sat up the back of the room, and it was a teacher who, I think teachers now get a tiny bit of training, but it's still not enough. But back then they basically got none. There was like no training in how to deal with a child with like behavioural issues. So this teacher came up and just went about it the wrong way, and that just set me off even more. So what I done was I kind of barricaded myself in to like a corner of the room, so I would stack up chairs and tables, but like proper like tables and tap of tables and like chairs and all that to like stop any more teachers getting to me. So the teachers at that time,
you sound like 11 for Stranger Things, mate. Keep going.
the teachers at that time thought that the best thing to do was just like rush me, like just pure rush in and like try and kind of. So they were kind of taught to like restrain, so they were allowed to restrain you to a certain extent. So they came in, and the deputy teacher came in as well, who had weirdly the same name as me, Mrs. Dowling. So she no relation, but she came in and she was like behind, so like as if it was like a kind of like a bear hug type restraint like that. And I wasn't doing it on purpose, but I was just trying to get free. So as I was trying to get free, her head was like above me. So as I went up to try and get free, I broke her nose.
Oh.
So it's that's when like so I had to go to behavioural school. For that. It was called Roseville.
What age were you at that point?
God, between primary 5 and 7, so whatever age that is.
And did you settle down by the time you went to secondary?
Well, if I didn't go to the behavioural school, 100%, I genuinely, and I hate when people say it in like interviews and podcasts and whatever they're doing, and it's pure cringy, but I wouldn't be here the new doing this kind of stuff, 100%.
Yeah.
Like I'd either be dead or in jail. Like it just, because that was the way it was gone. Like it was gone doing that.
So the behavioural school work done.
Oh, 100%.
Did you get one-to-one supervision in there? Was it? Or
so in a mainstream school, the class is about 30. There's 30 people in a class. In this school, the class was 6.
Right. Okay.
So the whole school roll was 33 pupils.
Aye.
That was it. So there was like 6 or 7 per class. And it was like the size of a normal classroom, so it still felt as if you were in school. But if you were having issues with something, like you couldn't learn something, then the teacher would just come out.
Yeah, you get more individual attention. That's good, mate. I'm glad that worked for you, man.
Aye, I think it's because I realised in that school that in mainstream schools I was the worst, but in that behavioural school I was like the lowest. Like I wasn't as bad as what the other ones were. There was a guy who was in that school who was like his daily routine. He would come in and just flip a table. That would be his morning routine. He would come in and just flip a table. So like there would be like 3 or 4 tables that would just be completely empty every single day, because that was like he had to start the morning by just flipping a table. There was like soft play, like take away into a soft play. There was a soft play in the school because it was a good way of getting angry. So you could just go in and just like punch the walls. There was a big soft play like face thing, and it had like a face, and you could just, so like if like in a school, if you're being a wee toe rag, they just tell you to go out and stand in the corridor. In this school, if you were angry and wanted to hit something, you would get out and get told to go to the soft play and go and punch the wall. Like it sounds so daft, but
not at all,
it
man.
made such a difference.
Well, it clearly worked, didn't it? So
I only had to get restrained in the school one time.
Yeah. And how long were you there for?
It had been my last 2 years. So I think it was 6 and 7. So it'd probably been the end of primary 5 gone into 6 and 7, because I'd done primary 6 and then I'd done primary 7 in that school.
Yeah.
But the only bad thing about it is, well, I say the biggest bad thing about it is that there was no funding for that school.
Did you still get the same level of education, do you think, that you would have done in a normal primary school?
I know.
Because more time was spent on your behavioural issues? Right.
So gone into a mainstream secondary school, like I hated first to third year. First year to third year I hated it, because and this is why I hate secondary school so much, because for the people that can't learn as easy as people that can, it's made obvious. So like in maths it was green, blue and red for like your books. Green would be if people go to green books, they were the idiots of the class. And red was like, so it was foundation, general and credit. Yeah. So if you got a green book and there was only like maybe a class of 30, there was like me and 3 other people, but then we would all get sat at the back of the class as well, because it was easier for the teacher to come out and talk to the green book people, because the majority of the class were on blue and red. Yeah. And then eventually it got separated up by classrooms as well. So like foundation classes were in here. Yeah. So it was just putting all the people that had more difficulties to learn maths and English together, which then didn't help, because we were usually the ones that had the biggest tendency to no listen and just like annoy the teacher.
Do you think that was a good thing, separating them in terms of ability?
I know.
See, I'm kind of on the fence with that as well, because I'm like,
in one way, because then you can focus properly on that group.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, you're putting because
you're putting a target on their back, like the kids are stupid, that kind of way.
You're putting all the troublemakers in one class. And
Yeah.
But then I think honestly, the curriculum in schools is so idiotic. Yeah. You learn nothing in school. Yeah. Like you learn how to do oh god, what is it? The thing in maths? Pure like, the thing you do it like every year of school, and it's just pointless. It's like when you oh my god, what is it called? Clearly, obviously, I never done it. But
I
it's
know
like,
you're talking about Billy Connolly done a joke about this, and I
you
can't
do it
remember
in like
what it
every
is.
single year of school, and it's just worthless.
Algebra.
Algebra. What human being needs
Yeah,
algebra
you
in their
don't
life?
need that.
Like every single most humans have all got a calculator in their pockets. Like, why do we need to know how to do it on paper? I get that it obviously it does something because they wouldn't teach it otherwise, but it's just so stupid. See, for people that learn visually, sorry, no visually, practically. So I love doing like home economics and woodwork in school because I could work with something physically in front of me, and if I messed it up, it was my fault. No, because I was daft or stupid. I messed it up because I never done it right.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're looking at a maths textbook and you don't know, you're looking at just all these numbers and you can't work it out. It like gets drilled into your head more that you're just thick and you can't do it.
Yeah.
Whereas if you can't make a table, it's because you don't know how to make a table. But I'll teach you how to make a table, and then you can make a table.
Yeah. No, that's fucking. That was a nice insight, mate. I enjoyed that. I totally agree with you. On most of that. Yeah.
Most of it.
Yeah. Aye. No, that was. I'm sure I think we have had this conversation briefly before, but we didn't go into as much detail there. So that was nice to find out pretty much about. What did you make in woodwork, by the
way? Tables, bird cage, like feeder things. I think what was the worst thing about it? Like a candlestick holder, just pure nonsense. Nothing good. But it was much better to work with a bit of wood. Like you'd start with a bit of wood and you'd end up with a table, like at the end of it.
Yeah. See, when I done woodwork, I was shite at everything at school. There was nothing. I know you're saying I was good at art, but everything that I'd done at school, like when we were in woodwork, we had to build like a spice rack. I can't remember what else, like a pencil case and stuff. And I was crap at it all. But see, at home, my mum will fucking vouch for this. She used to buy me big bags of matchsticks.
Oh, right.
And I would build like cars, and they were fucking good quality, like for my age. Do you know what I mean? I was like 11 or 12, and I would spend hours just in silence, and I would build. I was great at it. But then in school, nah.
I think it's because school is school.
I feel like it's forced, aye.
Because that's the thing, like, see, and then it's the whole thing with Wayne's in school as well, that mentality that if you're a bit stupid, then that's it, straight away. Like,
no,
the label is there.
Aye. I was never diagnosed with dyslexia in school.
Right.
So they just, do you know what I mean, you're going back, over 30 years ago? And I just couldn't process it, and I just ended up going mental. But it was secondary that I went mental. It wasn't so much primary school. No. But we can talk about that another day. I think that's probably enough for this episode.
We can park it there.
Yeah, we can park it there.
Possibly come back to it.
Aye.
But this has been a deeper podcast.
Definitely.
But I like it. But
oh no, exactly, mate. It's not always going to be.
Exactly. It's not just about like.
The whole point of kind of doing this is so people get a better understanding about who we are, what we're like. Rogues as children, finding out about each other's past. And that was good, man. I enjoyed that. Cool. Right, I'm not wrapping this one up because I clearly can't open a fucking podcast. So
that's fine.
I can wrap it up actually.
I'll go for it.
Thanks. No, don't. I'll just. Thanks. I can see whenever there's pressure on me to do something, I feel strange.
Go wrap it up.
Bye, guys.
That was awful. Cheers for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Cheers for watching, listening, whatever the hell you are. If you want us to talk about something, give us a topic, let us know on whatever you wanted. Let us know, Instagram, whatever the hell. We'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Bon voyage.
Bye.